Good morning, guys. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. I think everything's on. I wanted to get on today, you guys. I'm going to be talking in my private Facebook group about this tomorrow, but sometimes I forget about doing lives on here. And so I wanted to hop on and talk about your menstrual cycle. Okay? How many of you are looking for something to use without always reaching for over-the-counter medication? Okay? There are so many options out there, and I think it's just learning what to use that works. So I'm going to give you a couple tips on what I use whenever I'm going through my cycle, before, during, after. Okay? And we're going to talk about pain that we have, head tension maybe that we get, maybe some of the moodiness that we get, the anxiety, low energy. Okay, so I want to go over a couple of things that I really like. First of all, I want to talk about the side effects of using over-the-counter medicine all the time. So if this is something that you're reaching for every single day, maybe it's every 6 to 8 hours, you know, whatever it is, I want you to think about maybe some more natural options to support your body. Okay. The side effects of some of these medicines, you guys can Google this. You can look up any medicine that you take and you can Google the side effects. Okay. Some of them are headaches. Some of them are dizziness, drowsiness, fatigue, restless sleep, thirst, sweating, tingling and numbness in the hands and feet, ringing in the ears, blurred vision, fluid retention. So maybe you have swelling in your ankles. You could have an allergic reaction. Okay. You could have some of those red itchy bumps that surface from using over-the-counter meds. Abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, heartburn, diarrhea. I mean, the side effects of using a lot of these over-the-counter meds are endless, right? So giving you guys natural options so that you're not always having to reach for that. Now, there are times when you do need to use something like that, right? It's gotten out of hand and you are going to grab for something over the counter. That's fine. But when you're using it on a daily basis, I think that's where people start to see all these side effects occurring. Okay. So let's talk about, I'm going to give you guys a couple of recipes here. So grab a pencil and a paper, and I want to go over hormones for girls too. Okay. So not just some of us that are heavily into this, but girls too. And then I want to give you actually a hormone helper for boys. Even though they don't have a menstrual cycle, they still have hormones, right? So I want to give you a recipe for that as well. So the first thing, you guys, is going to be pain. A lot of times when we're on our period, we have a lot of pain, right? And it's usually down in the lower stomach area. It can be even achy muscles. So my go-to, you guys, this is super easy, is the Deep Blue Rub. And I love adding this with the Aroma Touch blend. Okay. Now the Aroma Touch blend is our massage blend. And so there's a ton of benefits just in these oils that are in the massage blend already. But when you add a couple of drops of this to the Deep Blue and then you rub it over your lower abdomen area, it really helps with the cramping that you're going to get when you're on your period. So this is key, you guys. I do this throughout the day. Okay. So even if I'm on the go, I'll just take it and put it in my bag. But you can rub this on as often as needed. A lot of times I get that question is, well, how many, can I use it once a day? Can I use it twice a day? What's wonderful about natural products is, I mean, at some point, I'm sure you could overdose, right? If you're taking stuff internally. But when you're using things topically, it's meant to support your body. It's not meant to bandage anything. It's meant to support your body through the process of whatever you're going through, okay? So a couple drops of this, and then here's the lotion. And I think this just makes it way easier, you guys, to use a lotion. You could use the oil too, but this is just super easy. So that's what I do. I'll get like a drop of it. I'll do a drop of Aroma Touch. And I have jeans on, so this is going to be difficult, but I just kind of rub it on my lower abdomen area. And that helps with a lot of the achiness and pain that you get on your period. I want to talk about mood, because how many of you, your significant other or your friends, they know when you're just about ready to start or you're on, right? There is so much to emotions and essential oils. So I'm not going to dive super deep into it, but a couple of things that I have found that really help is our adaptive blend. It's our calming blend. It comes in a capsule. This is something that I take daily anyway, just to help with anxiety, sad feelings, those kinds of things. It just really helps to balance your mood. But this blend, you guys, if you diffuse it, if you just put a couple drops in your palm, I'm almost out of this one, and you can rub it on your chest, your neck, it really helps to uplift your mood really quickly. Something else I do if I'm in the car and my diffuser isn't on, I'll put a couple drops in my hand, I'll rub my hands together, and then I'll take a couple deep breaths in. And that really does help to boost your mood almost instantly. It's pretty incredible, really, okay? Another blend I love, you guys, is it's a blend of clary sage, patchouli, I think there's wild orange in there. It's a couple of different blends. But it is called, what is it called? It's called the Clary Calm. And it's a blend that doTERRA has already created. So if you really enjoy simplicity and you don't want to make any roller bottles, you just want everything ready to go, get the Clary Calm. That is such an incredible blend that they have already put together, okay? And you can rub it on your lower abdomen. You can run it down the back of your spine, the back of your neck. It's one that I use for a natural perfume. It smells incredible, plus the benefits are really great for just keeping your hormones leveled, keeping your mood in check, right? So that's a great blend. But another one I like, and I'll diffuse this wherever I'm at, but is our Joyful blend. It's the Elevation blend, and then I always do a couple drops of clary sage, just because clary sage is a great oil for women, okay? The Joyful blend is really uplifting. It has some citrus oils in there, but it's also very, I want to say, it's not masculine. It's just woody, I guess is my best explanation. But I do love it. It's one of my favorites. It's one that I usually put a drop in my palms, and then I grab my patchouli and I'll run it through my hair. This is just a great one. If you like hair perfume, it smells really good in your hair as well. But that's also a great diffuser for during the day when you're somewhere where you can't plug in a diffuser. It's putting oils in your hair, putting them on your clothing, putting them in your scarf, in your mask, you guys. It's a great place to get the benefits of the oils without a diffuser, okay? What else? So we talked about head pain, aches, bloating. So along with being on your cycle, you can feel that bloating, right? Again, that deep blue is going to be really great for that, but I still think moving your body, okay? Even if you're on your cycle, you should still move your body. You should still walk, take a walk, do some yoga, do some stretching, 15 minutes at least. You will feel better if you stretch and move your body while being on your period. I promise you, it works. Another symptom, I guess, of being on your period could be low energy, right? And so something that I use pretty much daily is the Mito 2 Max, okay? And it's in a capsule form. And it really is a blend of oil. Well, it's a blend of oils, but it also has, what else does it have in it that you guys would know? It has ginseng, it has ashwagandha root, I'm just trying to look at some of the most common. Green tea extract has polyphenols. Of course, Google polyphenols, you guys. It has a lot of stuff in here. But it also has some oils in there, and it's a natural way to boost your energy and stamina so you don't get that drop off. So, you know, a lot of times after lunch is when, you know, between 1 and 3 is when you'll get that desire to take maybe a quick nap or just rest, or, you know, maybe you take a Monster drink or you add more caffeine, whatever it is, to get that energy high again. This is going to be a great supplement to add into that, like right after lunch. I always take mine at lunch because then I never hit that low. But this is going to be a great one to just add extra energy, especially during that time of the month, right? And I do it every day anyway, but if you're somebody that only wants to take it during your cycle, you could take it the week before. I feel like that's when you start getting some of these feelings, right? And then take it during, and it'll really help boost your energy and stamina without that drop after a couple of hours. Okay. What else? Sore breasts, you guys. A great blend is going to be the Aroma Touch. I wouldn't necessarily rub Deep Blue on my breasts, but I would rub lavender, Aroma Touch, frankincense, copaiba. Get yourself a carrier oil. I love fractionated coconut oil. It's a light oil that does not have a scent. It doesn't stain your clothes. So that's probably my favorite. That's my preferred carrier oil. But then go ahead and massage that in. That's going to really help with the soreness and maybe the inflammation and some of that that's going on, okay? I also want to give you a tip on keeping your breasts healthy. My reminder is always when I'm on my cycle, but you could, if you're you know, done with that, you can always write it in your calendar. Maybe the 10th of every month you do this, right? But my reminder is when I start my cycle. I do this monthly, okay? So I'm going to give you a recipe for great breast health. And this is something that you can use to help prevent. Anyway, you catch my drift, right? Okay. So breast health. If you have a 10 ml roller bottle, you're going to add 10 drops of frankincense, 10 drops of grapefruit, 10 drops of eucalyptus, and 10 drops of the DDR Prime blend that doTERRA has, okay? The DDR Prime has a ton of very incredible oils that help with your cellular function. So when you're using these oils on your body regularly, it's going to help with your cellular level. And that's really how you have good health, is your cells are healthy, okay? So you're going to add all that into a roller bottle. You're going to add your favorite carrier oil. You could use roseseed oil, jojoba oil. Again, you could use the fractionated coconut oil. Whatever carrier oil you love, go ahead and use that, and then roll it on and massage it in. You can do this throughout the week. You could do it, you know, 3 times a month, whatever it is, but I would do this regularly, okay? This is going to be really beneficial to your breast tissue, the cells, everything, okay? Okay, what else, you guys? I have so much to share, but I don't want to be on too long. Oh, another thing I take for maybe I have a little bit more pain on certain days than I do on other days, and the Deep Blue and the Aroma Touch are doing great, but I feel like I'm putting it on every 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes. What I like is doTERRA has veggie caps. I think you can find these at Whole Foods, you know, just your store, your natural store. I'm sure on Amazon. I love doTERRA's just because they don't all come cracked. They actually seal well. I think they're like $4 for a big, huge bottle of 100 and some. So they're really cost effective, but it's a great way to take oils internally, especially if you don't like the taste, right? I have one boy that, he has a really hard time swallowing these capsules. And so he'll just put them under his tongue. But then I have another one that's picky, so he'll just take them as a capsule, right? So what I do is I get my veggie cap, You don't want to make these up ahead of time because they will eventually leak out. So just do it as you're taking it. I would put 3 to 4 drops of frankincense in there, 3 to 4 drops of copaiba in there, and 3 to 4 drops of marjoram in there. And you guys can Google these oils and the benefits of these oils, but it really helps to alleviate pain. And so it's something that I can take in the morning, and then I can take it, 2-3 hours later if I want to. The general rule is when you're taking oils internally, obviously you want them to be 100% pure oils, right? And that's why I use doTERRA. It's going to say on the bottle, if you can take it internally as well, it's going to have supplemental facts. And so that's going to help you know how to use these oils as well. But the general rule, you guys, is between 20 and 30 drops of essential oil internally. So just keep that in mind when you're taking capsules, okay? Okay, so I want to talk about 3 more things real quick, okay? A hormone helper for boys, because I have boys, so I had to interject this one, and I know some of you do too. So what we do is they take the Lifelong Vitality supplement, right? They take the probiotic and they take the Terrazyme. That is like the baseline for helping with just so many things, your mood, energy, all the things. So when doing that baseline, then you start adding in your oils when you need extra help, right? That's kind of how I look at it and how we do it in our family. Just because without the supplements, you're not going to probably benefit quite as much as how I feel. Once we started taking the supplements is when we noticed huge change just in our mood, really. Our mood, our overall health, our stamina, and the way we are functioning, thinking clearly, those kinds of things. So that's going to be your baseline. And then for boys, make them a roller or a spritzer bottle. Sometimes boys don't want to roll something on, but they'll spray, right? So instead of buying them an Axe spray, right? Something that could actually mess with their hormones, maybe give them something that could really help support their body during their changes, right? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add frankincense. You're going to want to add the Balance blend just because it has so many other beneficial oils in there. And then the wild orange or patchouli, okay? My family happens to love patchouli, so we add patchouli to pretty much every single blend that we do. But this is going to be a great blend just to support their hormones. They're not going to smell girly. They're going to smell masculine. And you can either spray it on or you can get a roller and roll it on, okay? Like a cologne, only a natural cologne. For girls, I would recommend the Clary Calm roller that's already created by doTERRA because their blends are incredible, you guys. When doTERRA comes up with a blend, it's like the best, right? Because they've done the research. They know what oils are going to work well together. It never disappoints. I'm going to be honest. But if you run out of it or you can't get it and you have a couple of other oils, I like to give options. So if you don't have that, girls also need to be on the Lifelong Vitality Pack. They need to be on the probiotic. They need to be on the Terrazyme. That's our digestive blend, enzyme blend, right? But if you're making them a roller, I would use the Whisper blend. This also has incredible oils for mood, for hormones. It's just a great blend. I would add the Whisper, the Balance, and then I always think some kind of citrus oil. So you could add the Adaptive blend, which smells incredible. It's already going to be something that's calming. Wild orange is a good one. I think lime is incredible. I love lime in like a natural perfume or cologne. It smells absolutely fresh and just, I don't know, it has that edgy smell. I just really like it. What else? I'm looking at my rack over there. Probably just the wild orange and lime is what I would recommend. Yeah. But then, the Elevation, the Clary Sage, I kind of went over that blend already, and then always add patchouli just because I really like that woody. It's interesting, you guys, because my boys can put patchouli on, My husband can put patchouli on and I can put patchouli on, and it smells completely different on me than it does on them. So it mixes with the chemicals in your body already, and you have this scent. It's really, really cool. And people will try to mimic what I put on, and they'll say, well, what'd you wear? It doesn't smell the same on me. Well, it probably doesn't. It's mixing with the chemical constituents in your body, and it's just going to smell a little different on every single person, okay? Okay, so girls and boys hormone helper, those would be my tips for them. What else? I think I went over everything. doTERRA does have a phytoestrogen, so you can Google that. That is something that I took, I don't know, a couple years ago when I was going through my anxiety, and I was trying to figure out if it was hormone based, if it was, you know, what was going on, right? So I was taking that as well. Probably I should be adding it now. I just have not sensed I needed it yet. But that's a great option too, okay, is their phytoestrogen. I think that's it, you guys. I think that's all I have for you. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you got all those recipes written down. As always, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I really do love helping you figure out perfect blends for you that could really help you. So you guys have an awesome day. I will be on here live with my friend at noon, and we're going to talk about the business, you guys. So have an awesome morning. Have the best day. Love you guys.